Hi guys, welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about interfaces. Ma'am, what is interfaces, ma'am? அப்படின்னா um, to normal English meaning is connecting two things. Okay, so that is called as interface, right? Yes, we have interface in our laptop and we have interface in our mobile phones, right? If you want to connect your mobile phone with your adapter, charging adapter, you need a space, right? You need a port, right? So which means two devices are interacting with each other. Okay, so to do that is called as interfaces. You can also uh, connect two classes through the concept of interfaces. How we can do, ma'am, abdina? Just a simple variation from your abstract classes. What I told in the abstract class, the abstract class can contain a constructor, static variable, final variable, or abstract method or non-abstract method. Okay, which means a method with definition part. I have told you, right? The inverse opposite of your abstract class is nothing but interface. So inside the interface, no more definition part is available. You should not define any definition part for any method inside the interface. Just declare that function. Is that enough? Okay, and interface are the part which makes you to define the child class functions. Okay, for example, in abstract class, we come up with a problem called overriding alone, right? So for example, in the previous case we have run function, right? So the run function I will be defining in the parent class as well as in the many child classes also. To invoke my child class directly, I have ignored my definition part in the parent class, right? That is abstract class. But in case of interface, you are not supposed to uh, depend on the overriding functions alone. Okay, you can also make an empty body of a function in the interface, and you can make your definition part in the child for non abstract methods. So in a non for an abstract method, your body is empty. Non abstract method means you have some statements, right? That can be defined under the child class. Okay, but it would not be, and it is not must to be an overriding function. அது overriding தான் இருக்கணும்னு it is not like. Okay, it might be overriding or it might not be overriding, but agenda is inside the interface you are not supposed to define any methods, just declare the methods alone. Okay, so that is why called as interfaces. So it is a blueprint of a class. It has static, constant, and abstract methods. So interface in Java is a mechanism to achieve your data abstraction again. Okay. There can be only abstract methods in Java interface, not method body. And this interface, and when I'm talking about type of inheritance in the starting topics of your unit 2, we told that multiple inheritance is not achieved in Java, right? So why it has happened means I come up with the two parent classes. So this is the structure of a multiple inheritance, right? Your one child class will inherit properties from the two parent classes. Okay, what happens if the two parent classes contains the same function? Similarly, what happens if the two parent containing overriding method? Okay, at this juncture this child class will have a confusion from where I need to choose, whether from father or from mother. Both are equally important, right? So where do I choose the function? So this is what the complexity and ambiguity happened in multiple inheritance, right? So this problem will be resolved by your interface. Okay, because here parent class, I mean father class and mother class to be made as an empty. Okay, here rather than you are going to combine the classes, you are going to combine the interfaces. Okay, so inside the interfaces you are not going to define any functions. Okay, just a declaration is available. Okay, so if you make your father and mother to be interface class, so that the child class can define that particular function by itself. Okay, for example, if it is a run function in both father and mother abdina, you will be made as an empty block. This child class can define this run function. Okay, so this is the achievement of your interface. So this is the rules for defining your interfaces. So by default, yes, this point is also I need to mention. So by default, if you define a variable or a function without the keyword called abstract or final, by default JVM makes it as an abstract and static. Okay. Here is one image called interface printable. Here the data member is just written as int data type, right? But the compiler, what it changes abdina, it is public static final int min equal to 5. Okay, so this happens by default. Your data members are static as well as final. Okay, and I have a method called print, and I have not specified any access specifier, but compiler that changes into abstract method. Okay, public abstract void print. So by default your data members are static and final, and your method or abstract method. Okay, so this you should keep in your memory. So what is the relationship between class and interface, ma'am? Abdina, a class can extend a class, which means your parent class have some data, and child class can have the some data. So what if I use the keyword called extend abdina, it take up the parent properties also, and you are going to add your own data also. Okay, for example, in previous example we seen that a function has its run method. Parent class contains only run method. But when I check with a parent class bike contains three methods, right? One is bike, constructor bike, and one more class called, sorry, I just want to recall. Yeah, here, bike is a parent class, right? It contains three attributes: constructor, a run method, and a gear method. When I'm trying to extend this particular class called Honda is going to extend bike abdina, this three content will be loaded to my bike. Then only its own attribute is loading, right? Am I right? Am I right? So likewise, extend is a keyword will tell you with improvising, okay, updating your knowledge or overwriting. Okay, so that you call it as extend the keyword. But interface will make you to implement, right? Why they are using the keyword called implement? In the sense, under the interface you are only presenting the declaration statement, right? It doesn't have any definition part. Okay, you are not going to instructing how this function will be executing. In the instruction you are not specifying. Okay, but this instruction happens at your child class only. So your child class, I mean one class, is going to implement an interface. Okay, and if you want to make updation with interface and interface abdina, you can extend them. So this slide agenda is to make the difference between the keyword called extend and implement. Okay, extend means it will improvise your content, but implements means it will freshly develop your content for the method. Okay, so now you could see the example and you could understand what is the purpose of using implement. Okay, um, so I have defined one function interface here. So syntax is keyword interface followed by the name of the interface. So I told you that this interface method contains only abstract methods or abstract data types, data members. Okay, if you give the specified the keyword as abstract or not, this keyword interface no. So when the compiler reads the keyword called interface, automatically the compiler will make all the methods defined inside the interface to be abstract method. Okay, so if it is an abstract method abdina, it should not have body of the statement. Am I right? So I have interface. Under the interface I have a method called print, and this print function doesn't have a definition part. So if doesn't have a definition part abdina, it is an abstract method. Am I right?